stories. When I graduated from college, I moved into a house with 3 other guys. It was a old Victorian house in Indianapolis that was being restored. The owner of the house, Sid, lived in the house with me and the 2 other guy friends. And this was Sid's investment, this house, fixing this house up. It was his baby. So he was very protective of this house. I love this house because I'm an artist and I'm a painter, large abstract paintings. So Sid allowed me to use the attic to paint, which was just amazing. And as I'm painting these paintings, I'm noticing that there's a lot of fire. Even though they're abstract yellows, oranges, it's definitely fire. I'm painting kind of buildings on fire and engulfed in flames, which is just not really, wasn't my jam. So I thought that was interesting. And while I was painting, I was having these conversations in my head with an old couple. And the old woman wasn't as interested in my painting or me, but the old man was. And he didn't understand the paintings and kind of made fun of them, and which I thought was hilarious. And so I would talk to this old couple, but especially the man, and joke whenever I was painting. And I finally kind of pieced together that it felt like this old couple died in a fire in the house that I was painting in, that I was living in. So I got curious enough that I asked the owner one day, Sid, I was like, hey Sid, has there ever been a fire in this house? And this is his baby, this is his investment. He's poured all his time, money into this house, and he just gets real nervous. He's like, what are you talking about? Did you see fire damage? Did you start a fire? He can tell I'm being deceptive because I'm not telling him, oh, I think I'm just talking to a ghost. I didn't tell anybody that I had this skill because, one, I wasn't quite sure if I wasn't making it up. And I'd been told a lot since I grew up in a very aggressive, violent household that I was gaslit, that I was crazy because I was perceiving things correctly and speaking on them. So I got called crazy a lot. So I was doing whatever I could to protect my sanity and others trying to project crazy onto me. So I wasn't comfortable talking about what I perceived. So when Sid said, was there a fire? What's going on? I became very elusive and deceptive, like half-truths. And so he started getting very nervous, like, where's this coming from? Why is she asking this? And then why is she being evasive? So Sid said, let's go into the attic. So he's wondering, what have I been up to in the attic? Did I start a fire? So he takes a flashlight. We go upstairs. He's demanding that I tell him, why are you asking about this? Where's this coming from? Why are you talking about fire, about my house? I just keep playing dumb. He's looking through the entire attic, looking for some sign of a fire, when he is sure that that's not what's going on. He gives up, and that's that. 2 weeks go by. I come home from work and Sid's like, come upstairs. And I'm like, okay. And he takes me upstairs to the master bedroom, which is his bedroom. I'm like, all right, where is this going? He's like, so 2 weeks ago, when I talked to you about a fire in this house, that started getting me really nervous. And I wanted to check on the history because this house is really old. And he's restoring it. And his realtor did some research and found out that there was a fire. Sid said, come here. And he went into the closet, and there was a roof, a ceiling, like a hanging ceiling. And he removed the tile and kind of moved it out of the way so you could see past that kind of false ceiling. And he gave me the flashlight and he said, look up there. And I pointed the flashlight up, and I could see up into the rafters, and all the rafters and beams were charred, completely charred. So Sid again asked, how did you know about this? And I again played stupid because I don't know how to explain this. And I don't want that crazy label. So that's my first ghost story.